What is the secret to attracting women? How do you become irresistible to the opposite sex? For centuries, men have pondered these questions, searching for the elusive answer that will unlock the doors to female attention and affection. Some have turned to ancient philosophies for guidance, while others have relied on modern dating gurus. But what if the key to unlocking the hearts of women has been hidden in plain sight all along? What if it was a woman who held the secrets to female desire and attraction? This is the story of one such woman, a mysterious figure who has captured the hearts and minds of men for centuries. Her name was Confucius, and she was unlike any other woman her time had ever seen. She was beautiful, intelligent, and possessed a power that struck fear into the hearts of every man she met. So what was her secret? What made her so irresistible to men? Let's find out. Confucius was born in 551 BC in the state of Lu, which is present-day Shandong province in China. From an early age, she displayed a remarkable intellect and a thirst for knowledge. Unlike many young girls of her time, Confucius was not interested in traditional feminine pursuits such as embroidery or cooking. Instead, she spent her days studying ancient texts and engaging in philosophical debates with her father and brother. Confucius was a prodigy. By the age of 15, she had mastered several academic disciplines and had even begun to attract the attention of some of the leading scholars in the state. However, her path to enlightenment was not without its obstacles. Confucius came from a time when women were expected to be subservient to men and were often denied access to education and public life. Despite these constraints, Confucius was determined to pursue her intellectual and spiritual growth. With the support of her father and brother, she was able to overcome the societal norms of her time and become one of the most learned women of her generation. Confucius' teachings were a departure from the Confucian philosophy of her time. While Confucianism emphasized obedience and respect for elders, Confucius took a more progressive approach. She believed that women should be treated as equals to men, and that they should have access to the same opportunities for education and personal growth. She also challenged the prevailing views on morality and ethics, arguing that people should be judged by their character and actions rather than their social status or gender. One of Confucius' most famous sayings was, "Do not impose on others what you yourself would not accept." This simple yet profound statement became a cornerstone of her philosophy and a guiding principle for those who followed her teachings. Confucius's influence extended beyond the realm of philosophy and ethics. She was also a gifted poet and musician. Her poems were often about nature and the beauty of the natural world, but they also reflected her deep thoughts and reflections on life, death, and the human condition. Her music was equally moving and was said to have the power to soothe the troubled mind and heal the broken heart. But Confucius's true genius lay in her ability to connect with people from all walks of life. She was a master of interpersonal relationships and had a remarkable ability to make everyone she met feel valued and respected. This gift enabled her to build a large following of disciples who were eager to learn from her wisdom and experience. Among her disciples was a philosopher named Mengzi, who became one of the most important figures in Confucianism. Mengzi, also known as Mencius, was a student of Confucius and a key contributor to the development of Confucian philosophy. Like Confucius, Mencius was born into a noble family, but he was more interested in philosophy and ethics than in politics and power. He studied under Confucius for several years and absorbed his teachings on morality, benevolence, and the importance of social harmony. After Confucius's death, Mencius traveled throughout China, sharing his mentor's teachings and promoting Confucian values. He was a prolific writer, and his works, which included commentaries on the Confucian classics, as well as original philosophical treatises, had a profound influence on Chinese thought and culture. One day, Confucius and her disciples were gathered together in her courtyard, discussing the nature of love and desire. As the conversation turned to the topic of what makes a person irresistible to the opposite sex, Confucius shared her own experiences and insights. She spoke about the importance of cultivating inner beauty in pursuing one's passions, as well as the need to treat others with respect and kindness. According to Confucius, the most attractive quality one can possess is a genuine and compassionate heart. She believed that when someone approaches others with an open mind and a willingness to understand, they become inherently more appealing. Confucius also emphasized the significance of personal growth and self-improvement. She believed that striving to become the best version of oneself was essential to becoming irresistible. By constantly learning and evolving, an individual becomes more interesting and attractive to others. Furthermore, Confucius challenged the conventional notion that physical beauty was the key to attraction. She argued that true beauty comes from within, and that it is reflected in one's actions, words, and thoughts. In her view, a person who is confident, compassionate, and intellectually curious is truly beautiful. And it is this inner beauty that makes them irresistible. Confucius's disciples listened attentively, absorbing her every word. They had never thought of love and desire in this way before, and they realized that they had much to learn from their wise teacher. One disciple, who had always struggled with feelings of inferiority and unworthiness, finally felt a sense of hope and possibility. He realized that he didn't need to be perfect to be loved, and that it was his inner beauty that truly mattered. Another disciple, who had been so focused on his own desires and needs, learned the importance of putting others first and treating them with kindness and respect. He understood that it was not about getting, but about giving, that true love and attraction come from a place of service and generosity. As the discussion drew to a close, Confucius reminded her disciples to put their newfound knowledge into practice. She urged them to go out into the world and find their own answers, to explore the depths of their own hearts and discover what truly makes them beautiful. With renewed determination, the disciples went out into the world, eager to apply Confucius's teachings and find their own path to love and fulfillment. Over time, they each found their own unique way of expressing their inner beauty, and they became, in their own ways, irresistible to those around them. Confucius's words had a profound impact on the people she met. Those who heard her teachings were inspired to become better versions of themselves and to treat others with more kindness and respect. Her legacy lived on through her disciples and the countless others who were touched by her wisdom and compassion. In essence, Confucius taught that the secret to being irresistible lies in the cultivation of inner beauty, the pursuit of knowledge and personal growth, and the embodiment of timeless values such as kindness, empathy, and generosity. Her teachings serve as a reminder that true beauty and love come from within, and that it is our character, actions, and values that truly define us as individuals. Whether we are men or women, young, old, we all have the potential to become irresistible by embracing the lessons of Confucius and striving to become the best versions of ourselves. Friends, what are your thoughts about this? Please share your feedback in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. And before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.